Finally, we reached the point where we will see chain of responsibility design pattern implemented. The concept of chain is just a sequence of handlers. The first handler takes the execution, then if it cannot handle the case, the execution is forwarded into the second handler, then into the third handler, and so on. In our case, stride flush will be the first handler, because we merged royal flush with stride flush. Then, if the poker hands cannot be associated with stride flush, four of a kind handler is coming into the picture. Then full house, then flush spec, then stride spec, then three of a kind, two pairs, one pair, and finally high card handler. Let me open the sources. We are continuing exactly where we stopped. I have put the sources into chain 4 classes, everything that we have achieved so far. And at the beginning, as I've got so many classes, I would like to put all these classes into a separate submodule. Alt insert or Command N, create package called specs, and I would like to move all of them, but before I can do this, I need to make all the methods here public. They will need to be public anyway, because at some point they will become part of the interface which I am extracting. But before I do this, currently, as you see, I cannot most likely move it. Yes, exactly, I cannot, because the methods is sequential, is all same suit, or the methods within card set class are also private package protected, so I will make all of them public as well. Alt Enter, change access modifier public. Alt Enter, change access modifier public. And I will try to move flush spec into specs. Can I? Yes, I can. And I would like to do the same exactly for all remaining specs. There are a few of them. I will stop or pause the recording, and I expect you will do the same, and we are going to continue in a minute. I am continuing my recording, and as you see, I have moved all the spec classes into separate package. And now I will go towards interface. I want to extract one common interface for these classes. So as you see, these classes, each of these classes has two methods. One of them returns the ranking, the other performs the check if the card set fulfills conditions for given poker hand. So in order to have one common interface, I need to rename these methods. In fact, we have a code smell called alternative classes with different interfaces, as each of these class has different names for these two methods. Let me open hand resolver and let me rename all these methods. So Shift F6, I will give it a name like is satisfied by. Again, is satisfied by. Enter. I will put this Shift F6 is satisfied by. 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 Shift F6 rename method 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 is satisfied by. The first method in all of these classes have exactly the same name. Now it's time for the second method. Shift F6 get ranking. Shift F6 get ranking. Shift F6, 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 get ranking. And for the last time, Shift F6, get ranking. And now, each class has two methods with the same signature. So I can go into one of them. I have entered high card spec. I can go into the big menu, Ctrl-Alt-Shift-T, and I can extract interface. The name of the interface can be poker hand spec. I will mark the first and the second method. I will click enter. At this point, IntelliJ will look for all the places where the class can be replaced with the interface. I'm clicking yes, please do this for me. Found one such place. This place is in this line 21, and the proposal is that it can rename high card spec into poker hand spec, but I don't want to do this because I will have other fields implementing the same interface, so I do not want these fields to share the same name. It cannot be the case. I'm clicking OK without marking this checkbox. Do refactor. And let's see. Now high card spec refers to, the type of the field refers to the interface. So what I can do now quickly, if I put it here, I can click Alt-Enter and I have option make one pair implement this interface. And this way it can be very easily edit. Alt-Enter, make two pair spec implement the interface. Yes, it is the case. Again, Alt-Enter, make three of a kind spec implement the interface. Alt-Enter, make it implement the interface. Of course, I could enter each such a class and add implements poker hand spec manually. True, I can do this, but it takes more time, so it is easier, as you see, to do this like this. Alt-Enter, make it implement the interface. I have already prepared the name of two methods. I've made them public, so it is very fast and it does not take too much time. Alt-Enter, make it implement the interface. Alt-Enter, make implement the interface. And finally, let's implement chain of responsibility. I need to perform some live refactoring to achieve it. So let me put first of all the rankings in correct order. Straight flush is the first one, then it should be 4 of a kind, next it is full house, high card spec is the last one for sure, one pair is here, two pairs is here. Flush is stronger than straight. Yes, and what now? We have a set of ifs with, you might not like it, I do agree. It is, to me, a kind of slightly aggressive programming, but this exception should never happen. If it happens, it means there is a defect in my code. This was the reason I have decided to put it here. So it will be stream.of Alt-Enter, import class of what? Stream of straight flush spec, 4 of a kind spec, full house spec, then 3 of a kind, definitely not here, full house, then it's flush, straight spec, 3 of a kind, 2 pairs, 1 pair, and high card spec. So we have the stream dot filter by what? Poker hand spec dot is satisfied by card set. If it is the case, dot find first dot map. We have poker hand spec that is mapped into new hand poker hand spec dot get ranking, comma, card set dot get sorted cards dot, or else throw new illegal state exception poker hand not recognized. Anything else? So it looks like instead of all these statements, I will put return stream of. What is additional thing that I can do? I can put static, because none of these fields stores any state. None of these fields stores any state of hand resolver. So I've made all of them static. I will rename them into uppercase. So maybe this way everything will be more visible. And at this point, I'm done with chain of responsibility. Here it is.